focus as many times as you need. You are your own greatest project.
Yo, what it do? 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 Vamos. What's the vibe, man? 888 peace and prosperity, wholeness and prosperity, oasis, grand risings. You know what I'm saying? We gonna chop it up on that Joseph died type vibe, Joseph died type shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to you, man. Respect, honor. You know what I'm saying? And I also want to say, man, mucho gracias, man. Mahalo. Much love, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucking sap smell good as a motherfucker. You know what kind of sap it is, too. But yeah, man. Let's get back. See, I got a different type of advertisement. But anyway, yeah. You see this right here? You put that on any sprains or broken bones? Yes, sir. With just some olive oil. Make a nice little gluey type of Elmer's paste. You know, like you used to clap your hands together, make the little spider webs and shit with the Elmer's glue. But yeah, you're gonna make a nice little sticky paste and put it on whatever little tender, a little infraction area of the body, you know what I'm saying? And use your ki, your nin, your chi to do the rest and heal yourself. No cash needed. As I was saying though, you know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to everybody, man, that been showing love on the Cash App, man. Y'all been going in, y'all been showing love, y'all been supporting me, y'all been keeping me up, you know what I'm saying? I can't complain. Y'all been paying homage, showing some honor, showing some love, some respect. All the donations and contributions. And if you would like to, you know what I'm saying, drop a little something, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It ain't gonna hurt, squirt, you hear me? The Cash App is $781THEVBYZ. You know what I'm saying? But the minimum for me to come out my motherfucking cave, you hear me? At least 10 likes. And it'll unlock the next app, the next Jose. So this Jose, you know what I'm saying? Those who have mastered certain accolades of this practice know of such, you know what I'm saying? And that's that, you know what I'm saying? Celibacy and semen retention is not the same. Right? I mean, it's levels to this shit, right? It's, you know, elementary, you got middle school, and then you got high school, right? We ain't about to do all that junior high, all that extra shit. Semen retention is elementary. Celibacy is middle school. You know what? I'll keep it a bill with you. Semen retention is like elementary and shit. Celibacy is like graduating high school. And then brahmacharya is like working for Kami's lookout type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you done graduated, you done got your bachelor's or whatever and all that shit. That's what brahmacharya is type shit. And you got a job. You know what I'm saying? Not that your ass went to school, went to college, and you ain't got the motherfucking job and your degree in your field. Not that shit. You hear me? Yeah, I'm saying? And you know, like I said, man, there's loads to this shit. Semen retention, celibacy, and brahmacharya. But brahmacharya, that's a whole nother type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? And when we look at celibacy, you know what I'm saying, that's the definition of abstaining from sexual activity, physical sex, even masturbation. You know what I'm saying? Even Oozing out your oozy, dripping all over your plate. You know what I'm saying? Even friendly fire, you heard me? Neither, Nathaniel, nada. Nah, the level is behavioral, psychological, spiritual, ethical. You know what I'm saying? And then when we look at the focus of celibacy, you're looking at the control of actions, the lifestyle that, you know what I'm saying, go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, the discipline, the lifestyle is the discipline. The discipline is the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And then here you have it. Majority of us does this for the spiritual or the ethical, you know what I'm saying, resources, accolades, evolution, involvement, the level of celibacy, spiritual and ethical, right? Now the focuses, everybody focuses is different, but you know, we could round it up, we could sum it up, you know what I'm saying? The main focuses while being on celibacy, you know what I'm saying, is that you're controlling your actions that is necessary, that is needed. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you're going to notice a lot of animals will be popping up. And these animals are delivering spiritual messages. So you notice a hawk, you understand what I'm saying? That's letting you know, hey, stay swifty with your eyes. You know what I'm saying? See, the thing about a hawk, when it goes in, when it swoop in, it's going straight in. It's not double backing. It's one hit kill, golden gun type shit, 007 type shit. You feel me? So you pay attention to the animals that come across you while you're on your spiritual practice, if you are practicing celibacy, right? So controlling of actions, and these animals will show you different movements, and you could utilize these movements in your day-to-day, their energies, they accolades, their attributes, their personality, their character traits, their way of living. They teaching you something, they showing you something. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to you to pay heed and pay mind to pick up the message. Because if you don't pay attention, it's going to cost you. But it ain't going to cost you if you pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Oasis, man, it's a beautiful rotation. I did get some nice sleep. Nice and luscious sleep. You know what I'm saying? It was very cold. Man, it was probably about 10 degrees. I'm getting a tent soon. I ain't getting my tent. I gotta get a tent and get a new cover. But I got some things in the motion I'm working on. But I want to thank everybody for subscribing, vibing, liking. You know what I'm saying? We gonna move on. So another couple focuses, main focuses, as I said, you know what I'm saying? We could sum up, you hear me? Is the lifestyle discipline. You know what I'm saying? We all know what Uncle Ben told Peter with a pole, you heard me? Well, great, what? Come, Well, come, You know what I'm saying? If you're going to have the sauce, you know it costs, you know what I'm saying, to get the ingredients and to have them. You know what I'm saying? Really, though. Fresh ingredients. Always, all the time. Fresh energy, fresh thoughts, fresh momentum. Momentum, better movement, better circulation. And that's in spirituality, mentally, and physically. You understand what I'm saying? The lifestyle of discipline. All those different accolades must have their own momentum. And they must all be in a rhythm. Akkadian rhythm at that. A spiritual Akkadian rhythm. You know what I'm saying? So, spiritual devotion. That is one of the another focuses, you know what I'm saying, while being on celibacy. Spiritual devotion. You understand what I'm saying? Because the spiritual prowess, the spiritual gifts, the spiritual accolades, the spiritual activities, the spiritual intensity, the spiritual amplification is on a whole nother level when you're practicing celibacy, right? And a spiritual devotion could bring you to plateaus and worlds and realms and information that this physical realm cannot give you. You could receive divine information. You know what I'm saying? Divine information from the source, not earthly realm information. You know what I'm saying? Not underworld realm information. Divine information. You understand what I'm saying? The things that was destroyed in books, the shit and the practices and the messages and the bridges and the connections that was destroyed, the activities you don't see displayed on the television, but the lies they tell to your vision on the TV, they don't want you to activate. You know what I'm saying? So the deeper you go within, you know what I'm saying, your spiritual devotion, you open doors that you never knew you had the keys to. But through the pressure that you go through, that's how these keys are formed. Everybody don't get the keyblade. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go down on some other things, right? Flowing as water you shall flow. And another focus while being on celibacy is moral and religious commitment. You know what I'm saying? You're more devoted to, you understand what I'm saying? What your source is. Whether that's God, whatever you into, you know what I'm saying? This is a worldwide broadcasting message. You know, to each his own. Everybody is different. Somebody might be praying to Buddha or Allah, or, you know what I'm saying, God or Jesus. But I'm going to just tell you this. Just look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? And that religious commitment and that morality, you know what I'm saying, you take accountability of that, and you know what I'm saying, integrity, you hold that to a higher degree. And your energy really will be forced if you into realms that don't have the right moral or religious commitment, where everything is just loose, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't trying to tighten up, and you on your principalities. You got these different focuses that everybody not focusing on. Everybody else focusing on carnal desires. Everybody else focusing on physical attractions and physical means. You understand what I'm saying? You focusing on moral and religious commitment in modern society. You know what I'm saying? Now, another focus is redirection. You understand what I'm saying? Celibacy allow you to have that opportunity to sit back with yourself and redirect your focus. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you've been channeling your energy to and into, you can now redirect that flow. You understand what I'm saying? To the intersection of abundance. You know what I'm saying? And you could cruise your way there. You could ride slow there on the interstate of abundance. You know what I'm saying? Because you left that mind state of scarcity behind. People that got a mindset of scarcity, they don't want to be around you because they're not willing to focus redirection. You understand what I'm saying? They focus is where it's at. You understand what I'm saying? You got multiple different viewpoints of redirecting your focus. You understand what I'm saying? Because you always constantly thinking about getting better. You always thinking about enhancing and amplifying different attributes and accolades of thyself. Because you realize, especially being celibate, that the body is thy kingdom. It can either be heaven or it can either be your hell. I remember I was working at, this is a little personal. I remember I was working at this restaurant in Hawaii and shit. And there was the only other black dude in there. He was like, hey, bro, you can't always be in your head. And I was like, wow. For somebody to come up there and tell me something like that. And you know what I'm saying? Because you see, I'm dealing with a lot of bullshit in here. But the bullshit can't deal with the shit. Because I'm the shit. Y'all with the bullshit. So a motherfucker was like, damn, bro. Like, a motherfucker really got to be headstrong. And I'm in heaven. And when you in heaven, you got to make sure your gates, you know what I'm saying, your drawbridges, you know what I'm saying, a man that don't have any type of principalities, you understand what I'm saying, the boundaries is like a city with no walls. And he see that he couldn't get nowhere inside my drawbridge, nowhere inside my wall, because the job, they hired another black dude just to see if I was gonna open up. I'm like, nigga, I'm not here to friendly vibe with you niggas. I'm here to come in here and take your motherfucking money and make more money and make my money make money. While you niggas going back to this fucking stupid ass job, gossiping, just trying to make money to spend money. I'm trying to make money to make money to make more money, make money. Fuck you talking about? My bad, y'all. Let me get back in my zone. Yeah, man. Let me finish looking like a goddamn samurai in the garden. I was looking like a goddamn a samurai in the fucking field. God damn it. My bad, y'all. But yeah, look, I ain't apologizing for shit. You know what I'm saying? Now look, all right, so we got over a couple of the main focuses, right? Control of actions, lifestyle discipline, spiritual devotion, moral and religious commitment, and also focus and redirection. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you grabbing life by the reins and directing it in the way you wanted to direct it. You know what I'm saying? Not because your people was like, oh, you go to school to be a doctor, we gonna pay for your schooling and shit. Nah, fuck that shit. Do what your heart desires. And if you don't know what that is yet, celibacy will open that door for you. But you gotta get through it because the pressure gonna form the key. Right? Battery getting low, I don't have that much percentage left. Like, share, comment, subscribe, man. Make sure y'all throw something on the Cash App, you know what I'm saying? Show a little love or something, right? Alright, so here we go. We're gonna go down the list, right? You can still be celibate, you know what I'm saying, and still have a desire for sex. You know what I'm saying? You can still have a desire to get you know what I'm saying? You can still have a desire, you know what I'm saying? Want to get it in, you know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is, you want to conquer the lust. You want to conquer that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You want to push that energy upwards, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially, you know, you got a lot of this energy and shit. It's a lot of motherfuckers that's going to try to energy test you and energy play with you and try you on the energy. It's going to be a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying, want to be macho, man. You heard me? Want to play bravado, you know what I'm saying? Going to want to try to puff his chest up to you, you know what I'm saying? Feeling all insecure, intimidated. You feel me? And it's because you pulsating that energy upwards and they pulsating that energy downwards, and they don't know how to they ain't been able to catch themselves. They like a leaf going down this motherfucking river. They ain't got nothing to catch on. They just floating. Not a log, not a tree, not a branch, not no grass, just a leaf just going down the river. You know what I'm saying? They see you caught yourself. You caught your drift. You gotta realize it, bro. These people are seeing a fish that know how to swim upstream, bro. Everybody is swimming downstream. Whether they know it or not, and you know, people know it, but you know what I'm saying? People are swimming downstream consciously, but you consciously are swimming upstream. You know, yet alone the power and the pressure and the momentum and the strength and the speed it takes to swim upstream. Most people can't even turn around too long. You know what I'm saying? Most motherfuckers can't even swim backwards. You know, most motherfuckers can't even moonwalk in the water. You feel me? They like, how, Sway? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Some motherfuckers can only go one way. One way. And majority of that is a motherfucking dead end. You know what I'm saying? You found your way to the interstate of abundance. Right? So, you want to conquer that lust, man. And once you master that, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be having any. If you do, you know, it's not going to arouse you. Because, like I was saying, you don't want to, you know, a lot of these dudes, bro, you know why they get aggressive and want to fight and want to get, you know what I'm saying? You want to golf the fuck out them and shit. They be grilling you. They be trying to fucking have a stare off and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because that energy is suppressed. It's repressed. Their energy is trapped in the lower fragments of the man body, of the God body. They're still in a man body. You understand what I'm saying? They're still in this physical realm. When celibacy is a spiritual realm practice, celibacy is a spiritual realm lifestyle on this physical domain. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of motherfuckers want to fight and want to get it in. You know what I'm saying? Make you want to bat the fuck out of them. I'm like, hey, nigga, it's only two reasons why a man looking at you. Either he want to fight or he trying to, you know what I'm saying? And we don't play option B. We only deal with option A. You know what I'm saying? We only deal with option A if it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because we got things to do. We touch your money and shit. You dig? Motherfuckers trying to get you out your emotion easily, the dumb way. And that's why motherfuckers be so aggressive and so, you know what I'm saying, want to get it in, because their energy, their spiritual energy, their key is stuck in the lower vibrations, in the lower fragments, in the lower frequencies, lust, greed, you know what I'm saying, and the carnal desires. And our pressure gauge, our health gauge, our key gauge has suppressed and have risen. I mean, not suppressed, but it has surpassed and it has risen past the norm, even that this world try to set. This world is based off of feminized structure, you know what I'm saying? And you bringing back an old masculine strategy, an old masculine lifestyle, an old masculine structure that this world does. It desiring and need, but you know what I'm saying? This world is lazy, bro. Look, it's AI, bro. People could go on Google and type in anything. But the same way you could type in Google and type in anything, the same way you could use your fucking brain. So what the phone's doing to these low bots, these no bots, these NPCs, these low lives and no lives, it's gonna be a new Google, ChatGPT, Sora, fucking buku other shit. And they just gonna be downloading that and using those. I use them too every now and then, but I honestly use my brain. I use my brain. One of the wisest men I ever was under his wing as a youngin', as an apprentice, told me the hardest thing to do is to think. And 99% of people don't think. And school in this world raise motherfuckers to be workers and not thinkers. Celibacy allow you to become a critical, deep, strategical thinker if you have not been in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And that is the whole reason why the motherfucker that's insecure, that's not on semen retention, that's watching Cornhub, that's mate guarding, you know what I'm saying, that's smutting and shit, wanna fight while he's simping, while he's smutting. You know what I'm saying? While he looking at you for 30 miles per hour for fucking 8 hours strong, 24 hours strong, 24 hour 8. But he ain't looking at no big booty, you know what I'm saying? Or he ain't looking at no woman, but he won't ever stare off with you. Because his energy is in the lower levels, bro. You understand what I'm saying? He's the caterpillar. Admiring and also jealous and envious and hateful of what he could become, but he's not willing to devote his same energy that he get the same 24 hours, even though time is man-made construction. He's not willing to construct his kundalini, his life force energy. He'd rather disperse it and give it away. He don't know how to hold no motherfucking water. So he hating on you. He envious of you. You know what I'm saying? He mad at you because you get up and you go running and you go do push-ups and shit. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. Some motherfuckers got to get up and they got to do whatever their wife or their girlfriend tell them to do. Smut it out. Gut it out. You know what I'm saying? And you have control and you have mastered your sexual thoughts, so you are not a slave to that. You know what I'm saying? That's not your motherfucking pilot. You're the motherfucking pilot. You know what I'm saying? So understand why a caterpillar want to bite off the butterfly wings. Because he not willing to go in the cocoon and go in the hyperbolic time chamber and be by his motherfucking self. A lot of motherfuckers can't be by their motherfucking self. Right? So a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna never master, you understand what I'm saying, conquering those sexual thoughts. Alright? Now, moving down, you could still have sexual arousal. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can. You can. You dig? You ain't gotta be touching yourself to have those arousals. Literally. The different chakras that you activate, depending on the frequencies that you on, Literally, bro. I remember one time, bro. I be on some other shit. Let me go ahead and get a little personal with y'all, right? We're gonna get back to the little lecture and shit, right? I remember I asked myself one day, I was like, how does the opposite of a heart attack feel, but in a positive sensation? I asked myself that shit one day. And then one day, I don't know, I was doing something. I think I was skateboarding, I was doing something. I was listening to a song I made. I probably was doing both of them bitches. It was one of them. You know what I'm saying? And I just was like having a happy heart attack. Like, it's like, you know how a cat purr on you and shit? It was like my heart was just purring type shit. But it was happy. And it was like a different type of heartbeat. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, damn. And I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Because you understand what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you a sapiosexual, you know what I'm saying? Somebody intelligence, you know what I'm saying? They witty, they smart, so how they move. You know what I'm saying? That's what turn on a lot of women. The way a motherfucker can move and maneuver and handle situations and shit without breaking the sweat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got one of my older she used to put me on this song about being so smooth. And she was letting me know, like, nigga, you one of the smoothest motherfuckers. Like, I remember when I was with one of my other little you heard me? You know what I'm saying? And I was with her son and shit. And she was like, Vabo, you know you so cool, man. You're the coolest man I know. I'm like, nigga, I don't care you bucking me up or whatever, nigga, but I know you ain't lying, nigga. And then there was another dude, that nigga was cool looking too, came out the store. He was like, Vabo, look at him. He's cool like you too, but he ain't as cool as you. And I was like, dang, dog, homie fucking with me. But I was like, it's all good, though. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. You hear me? I ain't want to get a little bit too personal, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, that's what... Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's coming from the horse's mouth, nigga. I'm not reading no books and shit. But we gonna get a little bit further down our discussion, right? Because, you know, this segment we on right now is that you can be celibate and still... AKA, still have the desire, still have the thoughts, the arousal, and you can still have the nocturnal emissions, and you can still feel the attraction, right? Now, the reason you may still be having the nocturnal emissions, you know what I'm saying, is multiple reasons. Realize that the eyes are the windows to the soul. So whenever you see a Lajona, you see a something bad, you know what I'm saying, something decent, you heard me, in public, and y'all got that eye contact and you holding it longer than like 3 seconds, you're building a bridge. I don't know if you ever watched the movie called Jumper, but your boy had the ability to jump into other people's jump scars. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to basically share something that I have with y'all. So I have this telepathic ability, right? You know how people used to say, I don't know how I do this, but I guess you ask. Be careful what you ask for, because you're going to get what you receive, right? So you know how anybody could walk in the building, you could feel the tension and shit, right? But sometimes it get a little steeper for me. And I ain't bragging or boasting or none of that shit. I'm going to share something with y'all, because my life really on some other shit, bro. My life like a fucking anime, Matrix, Truman, John Wick ass, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas type shit. That's how my life is. Special Gadget and Uncle Scrooge as well. Type shit. Movie all in one, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Damn, I got a little bit over myself. You know, so I got a little bit over myself. You feel me? Hold up. But like I was saying about the nocturnal emissions, you understand what I'm saying? The reason why you might be getting those nocturnal emissions, young Semen, like I said, you might be building on bridges, right? And like I was saying, if you ever watch Jumper, and your boy can jump into the jump scar, right? So it's like whenever I walk in a certain buildings and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I know you're going to be like, oh, this nigga schizophrenia, man, fuck out of here, man. Don't worry about my spiritual powers, bitch, but I'll share a little something with you. It's like whenever I walk in the buildings and shit, bro, it's like I could hear the conversations that people had that was there before me. type shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I ask my brain and I ask the universe for different things and different shit, and it's wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, nigga? Like, you know, you the type of motherfucker that'll ask the universe or ask the motherfucker, or you'll ask Wishmaster or some shit to be able to read everybody's motherfucking mind. I'm gonna get a little bit more specific with this shit. I'm gonna just ask Wishmaster, like, hey, nigga, give me the reviews of the motherfucking shit that's going on around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I skim in on this shit a little bit. I need to write schematics, bitch. I don't wanna, I mean, yeah, you can read everybody's mind too, but still, nigga, I just need to know the reviews of shit. When I walk in certain buildings, it's like I just hear the reviews of the building and the food and the, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me just reading the energy on different levels because there's layers to this shit, right? You could read the energy emotionally, intentionally. You could read the energy from a physical level, from a spiritual level. You could read the energy, you know what I'm saying, from a clairvoyant level. All this shit, you know what I'm saying? You realize that these different things are being activated within the body when you're on celibacy. So sticking to this nocturnal emissions, right? The one I noticed the most is when you looking at a female the most and you looking at her longer and longer, you're building a bridge, bro. So if she ain't able to get your energy, especially if she on that witchy shit and she a dead ass Jezebel, which is majority of these motherfuckers, these clucks. Not all of them, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of these motherfuckers is Lego beats, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta stay cool, you know what I'm saying? Stay low key. And if she stay in your eyes long enough, she got your image, your energy, all of that. You gotta realize women do things, bro, they would never explain them in and tell you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So she gonna find you in the spiritual realm, or she gonna travel, you call it when you're dreaming and shit, and she gonna find you. And if your guard down, you been eating bad, you ain't been, you know what I'm saying, praying, having your spiritual defenses, spiritual hygiene, spiritual practices, you know, that could cause a nocturnal emission, wet dream. You know what I'm saying? She came in harvest, stole your energy because she couldn't get it in person. You wasn't beating her doing this physically, so she gonna backdoor you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. That's something you need to know. Probably eating bad, probably drinking alcohol, probably anything that can intoxicate a impure, whatever causes from being no longer pure. The semen, those cells have to expunge itself from within the body, so it'll come out through urine, or you'll probably see those nocturnal emissions or spots within, you know what I'm saying, around that area. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever threads of cotton you got on. So yeah, man, beautiful view, nice AM. We had Grand Rising tea, you know what I'm saying, cinnamon, little rose petals. I think I had just a little bit of oregano, and I really had some rosemary, and I had some cloves in that, you know what I'm saying, and they got me right. Paid the piper. So if you'd like to buy me a bag of tea, buy me some mullein, some mugwort. I want to get some exotic tea bags. Hey, you know, well, I want to get some exotic herbs, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just making my own tea bags, you know what I'm saying? Like I normally eat an orange every now and then, or some apples, and I save either the core of my apples or I save the skin of the orange, you know what I'm saying? Because I also put some of the orange skins in my medicine, you know what I'm saying, my flower. Whatever flower it is, rosemary, cannabis, cloves, mint, whatever flower, whether I'm smoking it or I'm doing herbs or tea, I refresh it. You can put more moisture from either using a key lime, cut a nice small piece, because the key lime gonna get it real good. Fresh key lime, right? Or you could either use like a day old or 2 day old orange peel, you hear me? To refresh your bud or your herbs. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's just like the natural organic way you would do to keep your cookies fresh. You'll just stick a fucking loaf of bread in a pack of cookies to keep them soft. And you know I love smoking my cookies. Cookie Monster. Right? But while you're saving your cookies, right? Celibacy is what you do. It's not necessarily what's happening inside your body. It's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Nah. we gonna go and break down what semen retention is, right? Because I told y'all that's a whole nother aspect, right? Now, semen retention is avoiding ejaculation. You know what I mean? Now the level, right? The level is biological, energetic, neurochemicals, and hormonal. That's the level. Now I told y'all the level of celibacy is behavioral, psychological, and spiritual. So that means on semen retention, you already done mastered, you done locked in the biological and the energetic and the neurochemical and hormonal levels and things about semen retention, because realizing on semen retention, all those different things gonna change. It's gonna try to get itself back. Fuck trying. As long as you taking care of itself, of the body, the house properly, biologically, energetically, neurochemically, and hormonally, it will be resetting itself back to its standard settings, to its factory settings. You know, send me the body. If you're putting the proper things in it with the proper routines and dedication, determination, and discipline. You know what I'm saying? So that is the level of semen retention. Biological, energetic, neurochemical, and hormonal. Because the body is trying to put itself back in its natural homeostasis level, right? Now, like I said, the level, when it comes to celibacy, is behavioral, psychological, spiritual, and ethical. That's the ocean. Semen retention is just a bottle of water. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get that bottle of water back to the ocean. We're not trying to keep this ocean in a bottle of water. You know what I'm saying? So the focuses are completely different when you are on semen retention. You know what I'm saying? The focuses while on semen retention is that you're trying to conserve your life force essence, that sacred secreted fluid. You understand what I'm saying? See, the thing about semen retention and celibacy is, semen retention is, you know what I'm saying, you want to stay a man, you want to be a man, to each his own. But see, celibacy is that you're willing to step into becoming the God body. And the God body is when you really inactivating brahmacharya and you really looking forward to enlightenment. But we'll get on to that maybe another ep. You know what I'm saying? We get at least 10 likes. Somebody drops it on the Cash App. Y'all unlock that app. You know what I'm saying? Y'all unlock that. Y'all will unlock that. You hear me? Boom. Hey man, if anybody make websites that's watching my videos, email me, contact me, let me know, or let me know in the comment section. Anybody that make websites, I might have to look up a little app or something. But you know, I like to have somebody in my contacts. Can't do everything. But anyway, let's focus, right? So now we're going to get back to the focuses of semen retention, as I said, which is basically conserving the sexual fluid energy. You know what I'm saying? The nervous system regulation. I hope you got your notebooks out, right? I hope you got your notebooks out. So the focus is conserving sexual fluid energy, nervous system regulation, because you're no longer becoming desensitized. You're not watching the pixels. You're not looking at women in that type of formation, in that type of mindset. You know what I'm saying? For example, you know how the mindset of people nowadays, you got to say no homo when you say certain shit. But if you're not gay, you know you ain't got to say no homo. But sometimes, you know you do got to say no homo. But you know what I'm saying? The mindset of the world, you got to say no homo when you're not saying no homo shit. Because that's just the mindset and the way this world is set up. You know what I'm saying? But even if you ain't saying no homo shit, you don't got to say no homo. But sometimes, no homo, you got to say no homo. You feel me? Type shit. You hear me? Like, for example, you know, when you're healing and shit, are you trying to get strong? Are you trying to get a boost? You know, certain people will tell you, like, hey, let me explain something to y'all. Certain people will say, yeah, go ahead and chew some ginger and let it sit under your tongue. Or you know how the doctor used to tell you, like, yeah, take this pill or whatever, let it sit under your tongue. It'll break down in your bloodstream faster. Okay. And if you want to straighten your spine, especially if you have a shitty ass posture, and semen retention is going to strengthen that posture as well. But if you want a stronger posture, you know what I'm saying, which is the calcium, if you're trying to receive more calcium in the body, like for example, if you need help receiving magnesium in the body, you'll put some magnesium or the things or the properties of some potatoes, sweet potatoes in your socks to collect the magnesium to help you sleep better, right? So if you need for the spine to receive more calcium, you know what I'm saying, to strengthen your bone gristle, or you know what I'm saying, to stay away from any osteoporosis type of symptoms, then you could be rubbing different type of ailments and liquids and solutions down your back. You know what I'm saying? For example, bone broth. I know this shit sound crazy, but realize the body is the biggest organ on the body. The skin, the epidermis is the biggest organ on the body. That's why you got to be careful with what you put on the body, because the body is eating it, absorbing it, and it's going through the pores, which is connected to all the different areas of the body. You understand what I'm saying? So eating is not the only way we absorb minerals and vitamins and nutrients. The skin, the pores, the holes. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be mindful of that. So if you're trying to receive calcium or strengthen your spine or receive a better posture, or you trying to strengthen your vitality, or you want to become more vigorous, you know what I'm saying? What you're going to do is you're going to probably rub some bone broth, some iodine, some calcium, you know what I'm saying, whatever type of solution, or you got an herb, say if you got a fever or something, you know what I'm saying, you're going to rub some oregano or some cayenne pepper on your back. Say if you out here in the cold or you're sick, you know what I'm saying, and you want to stay warm at night, you'll put some cayenne pepper in your feet, in your socks, you know what I'm saying. So let me get back focused, y'all. I'm just giving y'all some shit, man. What time it is? I gotta go bust a move, 8:56. Alright, so the next thing I wanted to cover, right, the focuses while being on semen retention is dopamine control. You know what I'm saying? You also get a restart or reboot, you know what I'm saying, and resuscitation of your dopamine, your stimuli, you know what I'm saying? And you also become more sensitive to your dopamine receptors and stimuli, but you also learn how to control it, because you could have a alright, we back. Phone had died. We back, young. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I remember the last segment we was covering like the nervous system regulation, dopamine control, vitality preservation, and energy circulation. Energy circulation and vitality preservation, we wasn't speaking on that yet. We ain't jokes on that yet. We was speaking about dopamine control, nervous system regulation, and matter of fact, I think we still was covering the level of semen retention, which is biological, energetic, neurochemical, and hormonal, right? And that's why I was saying hormonal, that's why, when you start to step on semen retention, especially through different streaks, you're going to notice, you know what I'm saying, your voice starts to get deep again, like you hit the second puberty, you hear me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get that deeper voice, you get that Barry White, you hear me? So I think we covered biological, energetic, neurochemical, and hormonal, all those different levels on semen retention, right? You know what I'm saying? Because now you're allowing your body to breathe, you know what I'm saying? You're not spilling out, you know what I'm saying? It's like fasting, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta let the digestive tract and the digestive system and the digestive fluids build itself back up to optimum state. You understand what I'm saying? Optimum state. You know what I'm saying? So if you overworking it or you constantly working it or yet alone working it, you understand what I'm saying? You're not allowing that hydraulic fluid to build back up to get that 6 foot, that bounce. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna realize the different changes hormonal, you know what I'm saying? Your hair See, on semen retention, the hormonal level is gonna change. Nails gonna grow more. Nails gonna grow faster. Gonna grow stronger. Gonna be less brittle. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, your voice gonna get deeper. You dig? Your skin gonna clear up, gonna clean up, and ain't gonna be all them pimples and shit. Especially if you eating right, bro, because your body not gonna want that. You know, you gonna feel it. One day you gonna feel it, or you just gonna have that nasty ass taste, and you gonna taste this shit for what it is. You gonna, even though they dress this shit up. See, the only thing that really make the chemicals taste good is because it's hot. Think about eating that shit cold. You wouldn't fuck with it, right? But down the line, in due time, this shit break down in your body. Everything that you eat, mentally, physically, spiritually, conversations, food, environments, all that shit break down in your body slowly. You understand what I'm saying? So, on a hormonal level, you know what I'm saying? You eating for substance. The neurochemical change, you know what I'm saying? The neural pathways, you know what I'm saying? Your neurological system, your nervous system start to heal because the neurochemicals are starting to rebuild itself back up, you know what I'm saying, at a sustainable level. You know what I'm saying? You building up more than what you could release, compared to when you was releasing more than faster than when you could build up, putting the body in certain over, you know what I'm saying, overdrive. You know what I'm saying? Overworking the body in certain calibers because you need these minerals or these vitamins. You know what I'm saying? So, there's some things you gonna notice, man. The neurochemical changes, the energetic changes as well on semen retention. You're gonna realize that less sleep is required. You hear me? You ain't gonna need all that, you know, all that sitting around and resting, because your body gonna be demanding circulation. It's gonna be demanding less stagnation. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and move on to the focuses, cause I don't know where we left that in the other video. I'm gonna probably have to upload this shit back to back, cause these videos are a little long, and I don't got that much storage on my phone to edit them and shit. And my phone only got so much battery juice anyway, so we gonna chop this shit up. Finish Joseph. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Cash App $ 781 THEVBYZ. So moving on to the focus, right, of being on semen retention. You're conserving sexual fluid, conserving your energy. You know what I'm saying? The nervous system is getting a regulation. You getting the dopamine control right, the vitality preservation, and energy circulation. That is the focuses when on semen retention. I remember when I first got on semen retention, I was living with my OG, right? You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was building up my energy. And I was trying to get high at this restaurant. So I was like, I know I gotta have a certain amount of energy for my name to even pop up on the database. I was looking at this shit from a strategical, different type of crazy type of way. I was like, bro, okay, the more you build up your energy, this is how I look at it, bro. And it never ever proved me wrong, bro. The stronger and the more days I was on semen retention, the faster I knew my name was gonna be grabbed out the hat. The faster I knew I'd get an interview. The faster I knew I'd get higher over anybody that probably looked better than me, smelled better than me, probably had better qualifications, even had bachelor degrees or whatever, and I still get the opportunity because of my energy. I knew it, nigga. I knew it. Still to this day. You feel me? So, yeah, man. The energy circulation is everything. Tai Chi, yoga, physically you have to stretch. You have to stretch. Because, you know, it's like, the other day I was watching this video and I was watching this lady get a blood clot took out her. I was like, damn, bro. That's a lot of tar. You know what a blood clot is? It's just tar in the body, bro. Sticky substances that build up. Yeast, sugar, fructose, corn syrup, fat. You know what I'm saying? Buku enzymes that the body and proteins the body can't absorb. And minerals the body can't absorb. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I love some foo-foo, but I was like, think about if a nigga had to go inside the body. You probably got a mountain of foo-foo built inside your ass, and you don't know it. You know, because I was like, foo-foo good. I fuck with foo-foo. You hear me? Foo-foo be fire. Especially if you get it with that okra. You know what I'm saying? Foo-foo be hitting regardless. A lot of shit. But I always ask myself, I'm like, damn, that's some sticky ass shit. I wonder how that shit stick to your body. That's how they be getting their weight up. But you know what I'm saying? I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about the weight. Yeah, I want to have some weight on me, but you know what I'm saying? Nah, I want to have the right reservoirs within my body. If my body ever need to drain itself completely, it can always reboot itself. You know what I'm saying? And that's something about the fruit, veggies, and herbs. It has a regenerative systematic system within itself. The fruit, veggie, and herbs that produce seeds, not the Monsanto sterilized shit. You hear me? Compared to a cheeseburger cannot produce another cheeseburger. Only a robot, a lab, and a computer can. That's it. A watermelon can produce another watermelon, considered is in its confinement and is in a righteous environment. You feel me? And that's the same thing that goes on within the body, because the sacred secreted energy of the God body, because this is the way, this is the way, this is the way. That sacred secreted fluid is this river right here. You know what this river consists of? People taking their showers. This water probably going to people plumbing systems. This probably coming out of people's toilets. People probably using this water to take showers. People probably washing their clothes with this water. Their food, cooking their food in this water. Washing their dishes with this water. Washing their cars with this water. And guess what? This same ass water you see right here is the same water of life that's flowing inside your motherfucking body. And that water inside your body need to make regenerative cells in case you have any injuries, T cells, red blood cells, plasma, healthy mucus. You understand what I'm saying? I was like, you know how people get headaches and shit because the tectite plates in their motherfucking brains and shit is cracking and weak and brittle. That's how they get headaches and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the tectite plates and their motherfucking brains is brittle and weak. That's how they get headaches and shit. You know what I'm saying? The inside of their fucking brains need lubrication and shit. Whether that's energetically, mentally, or just being smoothed or soothed by some type of method. You know what I'm saying? But on SR, guess what? You're going to have that tranquility and the peace of mind that money can't buy nor any drug. You're already on a natural high, so if you do anything, drinking, smoking, or anything outside that, you already crossfaded. I tell you this, bro. Semen retention is like being on shrooms and not knowing that you on shrooms. Because you see a lot of beautiful things, especially if you got the proper breath work. You will activate DMT. You will activate different mind states. We getting off caliber, but y'all know how I'm coming, dog. It's the guru, dog. But listen, so we back on focuses, right? Conserving that sexual fluid. That's why you're not spilling it out when you inside your woman. That's what semen retention is about, right? You can still get it in, you can still get funky, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't got body odor. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can get funky, but you ain't got body odor. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though. So boom. Nervous system regulation, everything is rebooting, everything is restarting. Dopamine control, you know what I'm saying? You don't need the overstimulation. You don't need the stimulation that everyone else need to get the dopamine. And also you control the dopamine because, you understand what I'm saying? You're on a natural high. You know what I'm saying? As I said, like, what stimulates you ain't the average. You don't need as much as everyone else. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're a big guy or a small guy, you're a big woman or a little woman. If you practicing semen retention and, you know what I'm saying, that dopamine control, you don't need as much to soothe you or smooth you out, or, you know what I'm saying, get your motherfucking boat sailing. But let's get the view right. That's what this video is all about. Y'all could just sit back and listen to this motherfucker. But take notes. So we're moving down from the different focuses of semen retention. The main focuses, right? So conserving sexual fluid, nervous system regulation, dopamine control, and vitality preservation. Let's cover that one. So boom, vitality preservation, right? Man, I remember when I first started SR, dog. And I was trying to get this job. That's why I was speaking on this shit earlier. Let's double back to that. Semen. Only time we gonna bust a Yui. Only time we gonna bust a Yui. Let's bust a U-turn back on that. I'm trying to get this job and shit. Trying to get my shit together. Trying to get my life together. I know I'm gonna get this job, and I got it too. I was on SR, bro. All the females was in that bitch tweaking, bro. I mean, they was tweaking so bad, bro. I swear to God, before I got the job, I would never see them females around my side of town. Never, ever. On God, nigga. When I got that job, and them females see I wasn't biting the bait, bro, them females used to follow me all around town, bro. And I'm like, babe, what you doing around this side of town? You know you don't be around here. I ain't never see you around here. I ain't saying you can't be around here, but you know, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, you hear me? That shit crazy, boy. But, cause a couple times motherfucker asked to drop me off and shit. I'm like, I'm good, you hear me? Type shit. But one of the shorties had a son that was in a daycare that was like down the apartments from around my way. But I still ain't vibe with her. But she was cool though, you heard me? But I already know what type of time it was. She was having a competition. I feel like either her or her friend put some money down who I was gonna bust down. They felt like they had that power, and I ain't give none of them none of that. You hear me? They used to be mad in that bitch, but one of them used to always try to beg me to give me a ride. You hear me? But you know what I'm saying? Let's get back to the vitality preservation, right? So I'm trying to get the job that I'm talking about, right? Boom. So before I got the job, right, I remember I was saving my life force essence. Me and my ex here, and we had just broke up. So I'm like, psh, I don't got no, you know what I'm saying? I don't got no cakes, you know what I'm saying? So I don't need to drop no syrup. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no pancakes, ain't no syrup. You feel me? What's the milk without the cereal? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't got no pancakes. I'm gonna just hold up on my syrup. And I'm like, I'm trying to get a job, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, my pancakes was bringing me all the cheese. Now, I don't put cheese on pancakes. That's nasty. You's a nasty mouth motherfucker. Ugh, you's a fat back funky motherfucker. You hear me? You eat cheese on pancakes, you're dirty, bitch. You're trifling. You hear me? Burn them on a tire. But listen, you hear me? So, me and my ex broke up. I ain't splashing no cakes no more. Plus, I moved out the way. I'm staying with my OG. I'm locking up. I'm saving on my seed. My OG is a whole female, right? She a whole female, right? My OG, right? I'm about to go into the kitchen. I'm about to go eat some watermelon and shit. The first thing my OG said, you know what she said? She was like, what's up? Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed? I was like, what the fuck? I was lost for words. I ain't never heard that shit, you hear me? And I was like, what's up? What's up? What's down with it? You know what I'm saying? I was like, what that mean? She was like, you just up with a lot of energy. I never saw you like this before. I was like, I don't know. But I know what I did the night before, though. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, shit. The night before, right before I went to sleep, bitch, a couple of days I was saving my energy, right? I think it was like 2-3 days I was saving my energy, and I stopped smoking. Like, I was going to smoke that night, but instead of smoking that night, I had took some ginger right before I went to sleep. So, you know, ginger will wake your ass up, but I don't know how sometimes I can just get my body to do that, right? If you could get your body, if you could go down before your body get the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? You got to just know how to do your body like that. So, I put my body down before the ginger woke my body back up. So, nigga, and my body just charging up off the ginger, you know what I'm saying? You just got to learn how to take the chi and take the key. You got to learn how to transmute that shit like on some Philosopher's Stone type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, take your medicines at night before you go to sleep. That shit important. I be reminding y'all that shit. You hear me? Even though it's important to never miss it, it's better to take it at night than in the daytime. But I'm telling you, it's better to take it and never miss it at all. So The vitality preservation is gorgeous, right? Especially you infusing and you combining the right elements and substance within the body. So the vitality gonna be at a different level. You gonna have that vigor and you gonna be, you know what I'm saying, viggy and vibby, you know what I'm saying? Vigorous and vibrant. The vitality is definitely gonna be there. So that's another focus while being on semen retention. Vitality preservation, because I had drained my facilities when I was with my little, yeah, bro. I was clapping her, I was busting her down about 7 times a fucking day, nigga. 7 times a day, and we used to live with each other. She used to stand in my fucking arms. She used to be like, I don't want to go nowhere without you. I'm like, shit, on some shit, I ain't tripping, fucking come on. But you know what I'm saying, shit. When mad day come, but we be clean as a whistle, you know what I'm saying? When we be smooth as a bitch when the wind blowing. But when mad day come, that's how it should be. That's how the fucking teeter-totter play though, you feel me? But anyway, that's my baby though. So that vitality preservation. Cause man, once she stopped draining me, matter of fact, I had a motherfucker told me in the spirit realm was like, if you keep that snake on your arm, you gonna get poisoned, and then you gonna have to start cutting off body parts. I had a snake in my dream told me that shit, and the snake was about to get on my arm, and I was like, what the fuck? And come to find out, it was her. I was sleeping with the devil, you know what I'm saying? And she was just trying to drain my juices, you heard me? And I was like, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never smashed no female like I smashed her, bro. I used to bust her down like, I used to throw Hail Marys on the football field. Like, I ain't throw we ain't do no running plays. I mean, straight Hail Marys every time the ball is in our possession. Psh. I mean, nigga, like, what type of shit is that? Off the kick return. Yeah, off the kick return. Boom, catch the ball. Don't worry about how this shit happening. Already got a running back and a wide receiver going long. I'm throwing a long ass Hail Mary, bitch, from the 10, bitch. Straight off the kick return. Don't worry about it. I got niggas like that. You feel me? They fast like that. You feel me? Already at the end of the motherfucking field, off the kick return. You know what I'm saying? They know the assignment. They know the deal. They ain't ready for this type of wild call, bitch. Throw a Hail Mary from the 10. Boom. Straight off the kick return. Boom. Touchdown, bitch. Okay, ball back in their possession. I got Big Bruce gonna bust that nigga in his chin. We gonna get a fumble. We're going to do the same shit again. I got a running back. He going to take off. You heard me? Going to be back at the other side of the 10. I'm going to throw that Hail Mary. Touchdown. Again, nigga, I'm like, what the fuck? You ain't never see a nigga score like this in the game. This shit ain't rigged, bitch. This why, bitch. You feel me? We playing the game different. You heard me? This shit look like some street NFL shit. But let's get back focused. My bad, y'all. Put y'all heads back on, you know what I'm saying? Take y'all thinking caps off. The vitality and preservation, man. You know what I'm saying? Old folks and young people, they gonna feel the vitality, bro. They gonna feel it. The world gonna wanna drain you of this substance, of this energy. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was living in Hawaii and I was hollering at my plug and shit. And there was a lot of shit going on. And there was some motherfuckers on the way. And it was like, they was talking to me spiritually, and they was like, yeah, bro, you can't have all that energy. You know what I'm saying? You got to share it with the world. You know what I'm saying? You got to give it away, or people going to try to come and take it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to lie, what I normally do, I just go in the bathroom, and I just go release myself. That's what I did earlier. And I was like, see, this motherfucker trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to finesse me, you hear me? And trying to project and plant me going into the bathroom and oozing out my oozy, you hear me? And want me to go releasing shit, cause they feel my energy, and they just was hovering around me like fucking buzzers and shit, while I was trying to fuck with my plug and handle some business. And I was like, man, they know when you got that vitality, because a lot of motherfuckers is spiritually dead, spiritually, you know what I'm saying, deprived, and you got preserve vitality. You understand me? You got kinetic energy within your solar chakra. So the energy circulation is required and necessary and needed, because the solar plexus is where everything stems from. The gut, what you eat, what you drink, You know what I'm saying? Stretching, how you talking, all that sit within the gut. You know what I'm saying? The gut is the black cauldron, is the chamber. So the energy circulation and the core is everything. So make sure you do a lot of core workouts. Fuck what niggas talking about. Do shoulder, do backs, and do arm and shit. No, nigga. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. What you should be doing the most when you on semen retention, because you gotta push that energy upwards and keep it in heaven, in the upper chakras, the upper chambers of the body, the vehicle, the brain, the crown chakra, the third eye. That's where you want to keep this energy the most. I'm letting you know. You want to be focusing on doing more core workouts, because that could spread the energy and the circulation throughout the body even better, because you're harnessing and you're hosting more and holding more than the average man. First of all, you having more spiritual rank, spiritual authority, spiritual prowess, you know what I'm saying, spiritual bank account, you know what I'm saying. When it comes to this kundalini energy, you got more L1, you got more L2 and R2, more L1 and R1 than anyone around this motherfucker that just was got done watching pixels or busting down the old lady. You hear me? So you gotta have that energy circulation. And the greatest workouts while you are on semen retention, celibacy, or brahmacharya, it don't matter which one. But you know what I'm saying, the energy is all uncoiling in a different mechanism, releasing a different type of magnetism as you're building up a different type of electrical system. You understand what I'm saying? So realizing that we are electromagnetism, we are electromagnetic beings, you know what I'm saying? That energy circulation is everything. So the most important workouts to do for your energy circulation is core workouts and leg workouts. You know what I'm saying? To each his own, but starting off, how I like to do it, I start off with the leg workouts, and then I do the upper leg workouts, then I do the core workouts, because I'm trying to get the energy to travel upwards. And never forget to do handstands, to be upside down for a minute to 3 minutes, to make sure to get the perfect energy circulation. To rise to the crown chakra and also the chakras above the crown. You know what I'm saying? That's within the ethereal bodies and the spiritual bodies, right? That's in the mental bodies as well. There's chakras, just like they got just like they got a root chakra, they got a throat chakra, they got a solar plexus chakra or heart chakra in the physical body. They got one in the mental body. They have one in the spiritual body. You understand what I'm saying? And the third eye chakra and the crown chakra is like you're getting outside the body, right? So those chakras have chakras themselves. Ojas. Let's move on. My bad, y'all. I know I ain't been working on the view. That was the whole point of this video. Is just to get the view right. But I had to sit down and get this sun, because the sun is only sitting in this one little area right here. And I'm trying to get toasted. Straight up, you feel me? Alright, so you know, as you practice semen retention, you can still, you know what I'm saying, have some XEG. You know what I'm saying? You can still be intimate. You know what I'm saying? You can still experience orgasms in advanced practices. You can still be sexually active while on SR. That's why it's called SR, semen retention. It's just that you're not spilling out. You know what I'm saying? You're not letting her drink from the pump. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of females, man, you'll get your way. Honestly, you'll get your way if they use you done bust with them. You know what I'm saying? But I learned when I was young. I used to watch a lot of Hercules and fucking Xena and fucking warrior shit and all type of shit when I was small. And I used to always watch how the lady wanted to get slayed, right? And it'll be one king and he'll bust, and she'll treat him like a little boy. And then there'll be one king and he wouldn't bust, and he'll bust her cheeks down, and she'll just be laying on the bed just like, what do you want? What do you need, king? What do you want? When will I see you again? You feel me? And I just put two and two together, bro. When I was small, bro, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have nobody to put me on game and nothing like that, bro. I just used to just pay attention. You know what I'm saying? And when I learned a lot of energy shit, I just used to watch a lot of kung fu movies. I used to watch a lot of Power Rangers, bro. And shit makes sense. You know what I'm saying? The Megazord is what? Your fucking higher self, right? And when you look at the Power Rangers, you know what I'm saying? What you got? The Red Ranger, you got the Green Ranger, you got the Yellow Ranger, you got the Pink Ranger. All right, bro, that's basically the chakras, bro. You know what I'm saying? The red ranger is what? The root chakra. The green ranger is what? The heart chakra. The yellow ranger is what? The fucking the solar plexus chakra. You know what I'm saying? And when all your chakras is rolling together, they in alignment, you know what I'm saying? You could fucking form, and you could call on the Megazord, aka your fucking higher self, to come in and step in. Your God body, right? But we trying to stay in the Megazord and the God body at all times. But sometimes the Megazord and the God body not really utilized at all times and not needed. You understand what I'm saying? To be putting out that much energy all the time. But you gotta remain in the God body, but you know, have to utilize. What I'm basically saying is, the more aerodynamics, the less the engine gotta work. You understand me? So, yeah, man, you can still be active sexually. You're just not releasing. So that's what semen retention is. What you release, not necessarily what you do. Celibacy is what you do, not necessarily what happens inside your body, right? Celibacy is not necessarily what happens inside your body, it's what you do. Semen retention is not necessarily what you do, it's what you release. You know what I'm saying? But there's more to that, but that's how we'll basically sum that up. And that's the differences, right? So we're gonna go and speak about the core differences, right? The aspects, right? So the aspects, the core differences from semen retention and celibacy. Semen retention is sexual activity, ejaculation, identity-based, spiritual framing, psychological load, and you're in a discipline type, right? And celibacy is you're not having any sexual activity. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me double back. I think I said that wrong. My bad, y'all. In semen retention, you are having sexual activity, but there isn't any ejaculation. You know what I'm saying? There may be some, maybe a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, it's supposed to be no ejaculation on semen retention as well. You holding that fluid. But honestly, there's no ejaculation. It's identity-based, your spiritual framing, and the psychological load and the discipline type. So we're going to break down that, right? So for celibacy, there's no sexual activity. There's no ejaculation. Usually none, unless it's a emission, right? A nocturnal emission as such. And at times, the semen may release within the urine as well. So don't get that misconstrued. Always, I don't know. I'll be outside and I piss a lot outside. So I'm able to smell my piss. And I'm able to smell what I ate and how sweet it is or not. All that. Talk your shit, my nigga. So celibacy, the identity base, yes, it is an identity to be having celibacy. The spiritual framing is basically moral and devotional, right? And the psychological load is higher risk of repression. And the discipline type of celibacy is behavior. And that is the core difference from semen retention and celibacy, right? Semen retention, the core differences is the sexual activity, you're having some. Semen retention, you may ejaculate, but you're not supposed to. Semen retention, identity based, yes, there's an identity, and the spiritual framing of semen retention. You understand what I'm saying? Compared to celibacy is like energy circulation. Send me the spiritual framing, and then a psychological load that I would say for semen retention is nervous system regulation, That's one of the focuses. And a discipline type, the behavior, that'll be one of the levels for celibacy. But for semen retention, it's at the basics, which is dealing with hormonal, neurochemical, energetic, and biological, right? So that's the core differences between celibacy and semen retention. So being celibate without retaining semen, and that include wet dreams and emissions. Now retaining semen without being celibate, that's non-ejaculatory sex. You understand me? And yeah, man, healthy celibacy is a conscious choice. You know what I'm saying? You came to the decision not because you heartbroken, you can't get no box, you know what I'm saying? Or you a square, you a lame, you know what I'm saying? Or you broke, you know, I don't know, you ugly as fuck. I don't know what your case may be, but healthy celibacy is a conscious choice. You understand what I'm saying? And I speak for example. There's other things in life that I'm very intrigued within. I am very intrigued within the realm and the things that you cannot physically touch and physically see, but I know exist and I know that's around me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm intrigued with watching how at first there's no motherfucking fruit on this motherfucking tree, but then they gonna have blackberries on this bitch. I'm intrigued with that, watching that process. I'm intrigued with other things. You intrigued with gripping the back of her and watching her ass get fat over time. You know what I'm saying? Because you putting in your energy and you putting your vibration into her, into that segment of her life, instead of sitting there and schooling her and putting that intellectual vibration within her frame. You understand what I'm saying? Which gonna last longer. Intellectual vibration gonna last longer because it has a stronger internal echo compared to physical vibration when you smashing her from the back and you trying to get some cheeks. They both pleasurable, but which one has more of an imprint and more of a lasting foundation? I like structured, solid, and things that's getting paved. That's how I paved the way. I don't like sand in my hand. To each his own. Easy come, easy go. So healthy celibacy, you know what I'm saying? It was made for a conscious choice. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to explore. I'm a philosopher, man. I'm not nothing. I'm just. Right? I'm not with entitlement. But if a motherfucker was to say anything, I would say I'm a philosopher. So moving on, you know what I'm saying? I like to explore that realm, that science, you know what I'm saying? That I like enjoying the supernatural realm. I like enjoying the things that you will never see on camera, or your camera might get, or you could never really picture it out. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing supernatural things and having supernatural events, and my life is like Archie and Riverdale, my nigga. You feel me? This is not about me, but I made a conscious decision, a conscious choice to have healthy celibacy, right? I could get a woman, I could have some goddamn kids and shit, but I enjoy waking up while everybody's asleep with some tea. Stanley Steamer, with a blunt, probably reading a book, working out, thinking, while the whole world's sleeping, everybody quiet. I like that. And in order to have that whenever I want it, and then to also get some gains, upgrades, and downloads, I chose celibacy, which was a conscious choice, and it's been beautiful since. And I get to have things that money can't buy. I get to see things that money can't buy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can see animals. They all around you all the time, but you know the world moving fast and you moving fast. But celibacy allow you the time to just sit still and open up and smell the roses and shit. And that's a conscious choice compared to the opposite of being celibate. You in a relationship, you pleasing somebody. You know what I'm saying? You gotta smell the flowers they produce. Bitch, I want to smell the flowers that I'm walking on side. Fuck you talking about. Even if them roses smell like ooh, gas. You hear me? So, going down, right, the healthy forms, the healthy celibacy forms, right? This is a conscious choice. You know, it's to open up the nervous system. It's to integrate sexuality. You know what I'm saying? It's not fear-based, and it's not to identity lock, right? Now, the healthy forms of semen retention is to relax control, the circulation practices, the nervous system balance, you know what I'm saying, to stop the compulsive counting, no compulsive counting, you know what I'm saying, stop the compulsive thoughts and compulsive actions, you know what I'm saying, the impulses, you know what I'm saying, and also to have a clear and purify your ego. That's something about semen retention, because you still engaging yourself with women, and you know, dealing with women, your ego is on a higher level and being activated on a higher level compared to when you on celibacy. Nigga, celibacy, you just focus on your motherfucking self. Semen retention, you're focused on things outside you still. You understand me? So you're definitely developing and you building and you harnessing and you helping yourself have a non-superior mindset, right? Because to be on semen retention and to still be indulging in woman causes great balance throughout the characteristic traits in the personality, right? Now we're gonna speak about the harmful forms of celibacy. The harmful forms of celibacy, right? Which is repression, shame, sexual fear, ego, purity, identity, and disconnection from your body. You know what I'm saying? That's the sad part, right? Because one thing you gotta realize, if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. So, and that thing down there is a tissue, and if you're not stretching it, you losing inches, you losing girth. So you ain't gotta edge, you ain't gotta beat it. But you know, when you're in the shower, you get out and you're moisturizing the body, stretch it out. You know what I'm saying? Put some Earl on it, get some black seed Earl for the girth to increase. You know what I'm saying? And mix it up with some coconut Earl, because that black seed Earl be strong as fuck. And stretch it out so you could keep your elasticity, keep your collagen, keep your size, keep your zinc, keep your veins, keep your meat, keep your strength, keep it meaty. You know what I'm saying? Keep it bulky. You want to keep that motherfucker looking like this. You know what I'm saying? Not like this. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you know what I'm saying, you're not edging, but you stretch them out. But if you on semen retention, she's stretching them out. She's pulling them out. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you talking about. You know what I'm saying? But if you on celibacy, you know who I'm speaking to. Because everybody, I'm speaking to multiple different motherfucking players. You heard me? But we all got the same jersey on. Self-preservation. Longevity. You understand me? So as I was saying, the harmful forms of celibacy is repression, shame, sexual fear, ego, purity, identity, and disconnection from the body. Now the harmful forms of retention would be the obsession with the streaks. I had a fucking issue with that shit. I had problems with that shit. I used to fuck up on my streaks, and I used to beat the fuck out myself. I already had a lot of family members and motherfuckers tell me, like, bro, you be hard on yourself for no fucking reason. I'm like, bro, I got to. Who else don't nobody else got me, bro. Ain't nobody coming to save me, nigga. I got to, bro. But sometimes I be overly hard. Sometimes I realize that. And I realize that through my streaks, I have obsessions. When I be doing good and even when I be doing bad, I have certain obsessions, right? And I'll beat the fuck out myself. The most I'll beat the fuck out myself is when I have a bad dream, when I have a wet dream. And the majority of the times I have a wet dream, I tell myself to get up and work out, do some push-ups or some squats, and I lay there. And then boom, I wake up with fucking shotgun shells all in my boxers. You feel me? My trousers. I wake up with fucking fish all in my trousers, swimming around and shit. Little tadpoles and shit. You know? But then I realized, like, man, but the reason why that used to happen also because I used to be in environments and it used to be cold. I probably was snowed in. And I didn't want to get wet and get sweaty, even though my body was screaming for the circulation. That's all it was. If I would have gave it the circulation, you feel me, none of that would have happened. If I would have got up and did a little something, you know, because the body just was resting too much, bro. It's like, hey, bro, when you sleeping and shit, it's like the faucet is on and the body is the cup. And you getting quality sleep and all of that, you know what I'm saying? And your ass trying to lay back down. Nah, you got the, you know what I'm saying? It's like your mama said, cut that fucking water off for that water be running over that bathtub. You get this fucking whole fucking floor wet. It didn't happen before. Don't act like you ain't do it. You hear me? That's how it is when you oversleeping or overeating, overindulging or something like that. You feel me? And I used to beat myself up when I used to release. Because I used to tell myself, nigga, get the fuck up. But it was ice block cold, so down the line, I used to talk to myself, and I'd be like, bro, you shouldn't have beat yourself up like that. You know it was cold, bro. But you know you could have, like, did a little side by side, do a little ankle touch or something. You feel me? Do a little mini squat or something. A little shorty, make a new shorty workout or something, mini workout or something, you know what I'm saying? Because I be in tight spots folded up. Sometimes when I'm in areas where it's snow, I'm snowed in. Like, this time I ain't get snowed and I moved around, you know, so I did some snowbird shit. I moved around. But you know, harp and shit, you know what I'm saying? It was going mad hard, bro. I went in environments and places I know was supposed to be fucking, you know what I'm saying? Warm as a bitch. It was cold as a bitch. Cause you know harp be playing around and shit. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna finish chopping this shit up, right? So, what I was speaking on, the main topic. Oh, the obsession with the streaks, bro. Like a motherfucker say, don't count the days, make the motherfucking days count, bro, for real. If you fuck up, fuck it. Just get back on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't count the days, dog, because there's going to be different triggers and different pressures and different situations that might make you relapse, that might give you a nocturnal emission. You feel me? So just keep it mentally and keep it mental notes on why you may have fucked up, but keep it going, dog. Because I used to beat myself up. I was like, dog, I was doing good. Whoop. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I was with my shorties, bro, and I ain't see some of my shorties in a minute. And they'll spin around on me. I'll be in a town or some shit. And then I'll go around them and I'll been doing good. And then someone be like, well, you been doing good, Vibo. I don't want you to go back on your word and mess up your stuff. I see you got so much going on for yourself and you're doing great. You're doing good, Vibo. You're doing better than the last time I saw you. You always doing that. And I was like, you right, Shug, you hear me? Shug, you already know how I'm coming, you hear me? And, you know what I'm saying? So some of my women, they even respect my streak. You know what I'm saying? Now, some of my women, they'll respect my streak. I still disrespecting my streak. And I ain't get mad. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, hey, bitch, tomorrow I'm staying inside. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not going nowhere tomorrow, but I'm chilling. Not that, like, I'm scared or I'm tired or none of that. It's just like, hey, bitch, I'm about to eat all day tomorrow, bitch. I ain't gonna lie, bitch. When I release, bitch, I gotta eat all day, every day, bitch. For real. I be feeling like Goku and everybody on Dragon Ball Z when they be eating and shit, bitch. I gotta eat, nigga. Nigga be eating, nigga. For real. I be eating because all that shit, all that energy gone, bro. You know what I'm saying? I be having a bitch like, damn, I done spent $120 fucking dollars on Uber Eats today, Vibo. Like, yeah, bitch, nigga hungry, bitch. We be in the Airbnb and shit. Bitch, I gotta eat, man. So the obsession I used to have with my streaks and releasing, I had obsession with that shit. Because I used to hate that shit, bro. I ain't never want to fuck up. Not saying I should be perfect, but I always strive for perfection. I always try to better myself. Another harmful form of retention is anxiety around ejaculation. And I used to have that too. You know what I'm saying? I used to sit there for like an hour straight and think about if I'm a bust or not. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I used to be in some yoni. You heard me? I used to be in some walls, and I'll be having anxiety like if I'm going to ejaculate or not. And sometimes she deserve it, and sometimes I was, but I'll be in that motherfucker. And she be like, "God damn, boy, when you gonna bust? God damn, ooh, you making me, I'm getting raw. I'm starting to hurt in the inside. You hurting me." Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, no disrespect. You hear me? No homo. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I only love women, so ain't no homo. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? No braggadocious shit. But motherfucker be like, ooh, I'm gonna be so sore. I'm like, I know, baby. I know. I got this. That's why I bought this wheelchair for you, baby. Don't trip. Don't worry about it, baby. I put you on my insurance policy. I know you're gonna be sore tomorrow, baby. That's my whole intentions. I know what I'm doing. I'm petty like that. I'm evil like that. It's the only time I'm gonna be evil towards you and petty towards you, bitch. When I know I'm gonna make that thing so as a motherfucker, I'm gonna tear that mother. Bow! You hear me? You hear me? Let me chill out, y'all. Hey, we talking that shit though, you hear me? But yeah, dog, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be like, man, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Cause sometimes I'll be like, I don't know. Sometimes the water tastes so good, I'll have anxiety like, nah, I don't want to bust because I want to drink some water later. You know what I'm saying? I look at my man like a hose pipe. Whenever I put it in some water, it soak it up and absorb it. Absorb all her energy, absorb her personality and all of that. All of that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if she touch money, she get a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? That mean I'm gonna get more money too. Not on no fucking witchy ass energy stealing ass shit, but you are what you eat. So that's what I realized, bro. I realized like I can't fuck with no bitch that like to lay up and fuck all day, bitch. I can't do that. You're not my type. I like money, motherfucker. I like motherfuckers that got shit going on that other motherfuckers hating them for. Cause they got that shit going on. Cause I got motherfuckers hating on me because I got my shit going on. So that's the type of motherfuckers I like fucking with. Because if I don't fuck with a motherfucker like that, sooner or later down the line, they gonna hate on me because what the fuck I got going on. You know what I'm saying? But that was just talking about the anxiety around ejaculation. I know we got all topic like fuck, but we chopping it up, bro. This is some real life semen retention shit. We ain't none of that shit them niggas be on over there. Now the fear release. I ain't gonna lie, boy. Phew. I had that fear bad. I used to be scared to go to sleep. Sometimes I used to be scared to go to sleep because I didn't want to get a wet dream. And sometimes I knew the nights I would have, it was possible that I could have a wet dream. Because sometimes I see females and they'll just try to be in my eyes so much, nigga. Like yesterday, I'm on a bus. And it was this female, and she had 2 kids with her. I think her daughter and the son. And the daughter and the son was running around the bus and shit, trying to keep on looking at me and shit. But I'm like, y'all cool, y'all kids. I'm not being all mean and shit. But bitch, I'm not y'all daddy, bitch. I don't have no type of engagement, no reason to talk to you. I'm not one of them fake ass nigga like, oh, I'm more like, nigga, get them fucking kids and make them motherfuckers sit the fuck down in the seat, bitch. That's the type of motherfucker I am. I'm already like, hey, bitch, get them kids and sit them down, bitch. You feel me? Y'all making all this noise and shit. Like, god damn. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't got nothing against kids and parents and shit, but come on now. You know when you got these badass kids, bro. And I'm so sensitive to energy. I feel her energy was so negative and man, fucked up and bad. And I was like, yeah, that bitch miserable. She got them kids and she mad too. She wish she never had them. You could feel it. And I was like, that's fucked up and that's sad. That's why they demon children now. You know what I'm saying? And and the kids kept on looking back and shit, kept on looking at me. Like everybody kept staring at me like, nigga, I'm not about to give y'all no attention. I'm trying to do some Erykah Badu shit and look out the window. That's why I'm seating my eyes, nigga. Stop trying to sit your motherfucking body in my view, nigga. Get the fuck. Go sit down and calm down. Bump some ABCs and bump some fucking shark battle boo doo da. Bitch, the fuck out my face. The fuck. You hear me? But I wasn't being negative and evil or rude to the kids. I just was, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting way in the back of the bus. Just like, look, in the corner, like, leave me be. Y'all go do y'all thing. You feel me? I'm not y'all daddy, bitch. I don't know why y'all over here by me like this. You know what I'm saying? They over here like, you're my daddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not the pappy, bitch. I'm not the pappy type shit. You feel me? So Shorty kept on looking like, damn, why my kid so attracted to him like that? Now her fucking ass probably trying to figure it out, but she probably knew. I know she knew. Cause she kept on looking back. And I was like, she kept on staring, my nigga. Yeah, man, we all Shorty, man. You know what I'm saying? I just was basically trying to give y'all a little prime time, you know what I'm saying, real life, real time reality situation where these Jezebels could be staying in your eye gates, you know what I'm saying, the windows to your soul. And because you're not putting in no physical work, you know what I'm saying, that you're not trying to lock in on the physical, you're not even paying her no type of heed, you know what I'm saying, paying her no type of mind in the physical, you feel me? She gonna try to look in your eyes as much as possible to remember your energy signature and build a bridge. So in the spirit realm, she could try to, you know what I'm saying, finito and get you in a dream realm, you dig? So that's what we was speaking about. When I was speaking about Shorty, you know what I'm saying? She all in my mix, all in my eyes and shit. I'm like, damn, bitch, what you hear me? Like, you all in my mix, like I'm like my eyes got money signs in them, and you could deposit just by looking at my shit. But on a certain degree, they can, because you're spiritual currency, dog. And having these spiritual bridges and the spiritual protection from motherfuckers that try to look into your eyes, because you know how I feel when a motherfucker evil eye and you are trying to borrow the back of your, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker trying to borrow the back of your motherfucking head off by standing at the back of your head and shit, you know what I'm saying? So you know how that shit feel, bro. So it's a lot of things going on when it comes to the eyes and these different spiritual capabilities, right? And then soon we gonna sum it up, and I'm gonna speak about what I really want to speak about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all give me a little minute. My bad. I was getting something situated, right? So let me finish saying this. I'm trying to think where we was at on the list. I mean, my phone done died so many damn times, bro. So let me see where I was at, right? We spoke about the harmful forms of celibacy, which is repression, shame, sexual fear, ego purity, identity, and disconnection from the body. And then we also was speaking about, that's where we was at, the harmful forms that you could be introducing yourself to on retention is the obsession with streaks, anxiety around ejaculation, the fear release, energy congestion. Now, energy congestion, we ain't really speak too much on that, dog. Energy congestion, bro, when you're not circulating that energy and you got the energy congestion, that's what caused the headaches, the aggression, you know what I'm saying? You're not just moving like butter, you know what I'm saying? You're not smooth as butter, you're not moving like water type shit, the energy congestion. So that's why Tai Chi, yoga, and stretching is very vital, especially when you're on celibacy, because you carrying way more mass, way more vital information, downloads and upgrades, and different accolades of your inner state. You know what I'm saying? Now, the energetic explanation. Let's keep it simple. Sexual energy is creation energy. You know what I'm saying? Celibacy controls the external expression. Retention controls the eternal flow. You know what I'm saying? If energy is blocked, then it builds up tension. If the energy is circulated, it builds up clarity, power, and peace. You know what I'm saying? So that's the two explanations of the energetic, you know what I'm saying, between the two of semen retention and celibacy, right? Like I said, sexual energy is creation energy. Celibacy controls the external expression. Retention controls the eternal flow. You know what I'm saying? And if the energy is blocked, like I said, that creates the tension. And tension, doubling back to the harmful forms while on retention, energy congestion, right? Not working out, not stretching, not eating right. Just like you get a blood clot, you know what I'm saying, bumper clot within the blood, you can get it in the spiritual blood. You know what I'm saying? Your spiritual veins as well. And I gotta wrap it up because I gotta bust a move. So if energy is blocked, like I said, that's the tension. If energy is circulated, it's gonna give you clarity, power, and peace. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a car in the gasket. That if that gas not moving around, then there's gonna be a problem within the gasket, right? So the spiritual framing. Let's talk about the spiritual framing of celibacy, which is equaling discipline of desire. Now the spiritual framing of semen retention is the discipline of energy. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all taking notes. I like this jokes right here, right? You know what I'm saying? So if y'all would like for me to explain, you know what I'm saying, how to circulate sexual energy safely, whether that's non-ejaculatory orgasm science, you know what I'm saying, dopamine reset versus repression, or whether it's Taoist versus yogic retention systems, trauma-informed sexuality, you know what I'm saying, you let me know what path y'all want me to go ahead and joust, and we could go ahead and take that walk. You know what I'm saying? Just say the word. Now I'm gonna go ahead and end it on this note because I do need to charge my phone up again. You know what I'm saying? I need to just get I'm about to get a brand new charger. I'm about to get like one of them chargers that got the double slots. Well, already got the 4-piece slots for the USBs, and then you can stick the whole C charger in that bitch. So I'm gonna get one of them soon. Just gotta go. You know what I'm saying? But all right, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. Tribe, team, shout out to everybody that's holding it down, right? Found a little, oh shit, this not even a motherfucking plug. Damn. I gotta find some juice ASAP. It be like that. Let me see if I can find a plug around this bitch real quick, cause I need it. Right? So let's wrap it up. And this is what I really wanted to cover and discuss, right? While being on semen retention, right? Okay. You know, being on celibacy and semen retention is 2 different plateaus, 2 different levels, 2 different engagements. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I was sitting here speaking to myself about earlier. Damn, they don't got no chargers, y'all. Damn, boy, they be locking shit up. Shit, you charge my devices up. Let's get back to the point, right? This is what I was saying to myself earlier, right? And I want to go ahead and share this with y'all. And I was saying that I remember the stages of my life. You know, I played with semen retention. You know what I'm saying? When I was with my little Yaz, and I hold back, you know what I'm saying, the floodgates. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't let her drink from the pump. You know what I'm saying? She put 100 on pump 1, but I ain't letting nothing drop. You hear me? Asking me, getting mad, working on her keels, feeling insecure because I ain't busting. Made her respect me and like me and go in a little bit harder for me. But at the end of the day, she didn't know what I was on. You know what I'm saying? On semen retention, bro. It's like, I'm going to be real. To me, semen retention is like becoming a master of yourself for the world. You know? And it could be for yourself, but it's like you becoming a master of yourself within this world, right? And then let's crank it up a notch. And then celibacy, to me, is like going into the cocoon and getting ready to turn into a Brahman, brahmachari. You know what I'm saying? And then when y'all look at also celibacy itself, but when you step into the stage of brahmachari, a Brahman, it's like you want to become the master and master yourself in the worlds that you didn't know exist. The worlds beyond the worlds. Like, think about all the motherfuckers that's on planet Earth. They don't even know Kami Lookout exists because their key levels not even, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, that's what we have it. That's what you have for today. This rotation. I'm not able to find no type of chargers out here. Oh, hold up. Might have found one. But one is good enough. Let's see if that daddy gonna work for us. But yeah, man, I want to thank y'all for vibing with me, subscribing to the channel, engaging, leaving y'all feedback. Man, it's highly respected. I honor that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful that I could vibe with y'all and anything that I said. You know what I'm saying? You found some resonancy with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all you have. That's all I have for y'all this rotation. You know, at least 10 likes. Somebody drop a little something on the Cash App. I'll be coming out my cocoon. I'll be coming out the cave with another banger. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Y'all heard that? That bit is charging. So we goo wop, right? So I'm about to go ahead and try to get these videos together so I can upload this for y'all. Try to find some Wi-Fi. And y'all have a beautiful rotation, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all. If y'all got any questions, y'all want me to dive in or dissect anything a little bit more than what I've done, let me know, man. But I'm pretty sure y'all enjoy the jokes. I didn't mean to take it to an hour to 2 hours worth of talking, but I had to make sure I cover all my bases and shit like that. I was going to do a slideshow, but maybe I'll double back down the line and do a slideshow for y'all, because I did present a lot of information, right? So I think the slideshow would make the video way more short and way more better and more crisp. So I might double back with that informal video. If y'all would like that, let me know in the comment section. And if you would like to also invest in me and yourself, you could drop some on the Cash App as well. On that note, let me go ahead and get myself situated, and I'm gonna holler at y'all on the next ep. Oasis, wholeness and prosperity. And I'm gone. Ha. And I'm gone. And I'm gone. Yeah. I'm gonna have to start recording on this camera more. This fucking shit crystal clear. I have to shoot some videos on this bitch.